What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Joseph. Welcome to Fictioning Flow. Today, I am bringing another episode of Comic Breakdowns where we are looking at Absolute Batman Annual Number 1, written by Daniel Warren Johnson and drawn by Daniel Warren Johnson. Today is an incredible issue. We have Absolute Batman taking on a group of white supremacists. I have never seen anything like this, so prepare yourselves for this. But first, let me break down what the Absolute Universe is. The Absolute Universe is a new, ongoing, separate comic book continuity universe that exists within the DC multiverse. It began last year in 2024 with the death of Darkseid. So when all his Omega energy kind of was just released out into the multiverse, it created new, darker versions of our classic DC heroes. And the first three books to come out of that was Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and Absolute Superman. So it reimagined their origin, and it's a good jumping on point for people who may be new to DC characters and want to find out where to start. So it reminds me very similar to another universe in Marvel that did the same thing. That Marvel version is called the Ultimate Universe. Marvel was the first one to kind of do this, and I feel like the Absolute Universe is kind of mimicking the Ultimate Universe. This is where we get characters also reimagined, like Spider-Man. Miles Morales was born out of that universe. We had the Ultimate Fantastic Four, which introduced the Zombieverse, as well as the Ultimate X-Men, and a couple of other favorite, and the Ultimates, which was like the Avengers, but totally different origins, darker version of characters, and just different and twisted. So let's get right into Absolute Batman Annual Number 1. Our story kicks off with a young Bruce Wayne talking to his father after reading about an extreme bombing. And so Bruce is kind of like, why did they do that? What was going on? His father's like, I wish I knew. He said, well, what do we do? How do we make them stop? And his father tells him, I don't know. I'm just one person. I don't know how to fix the world. But I know what I'm good at, and that's teaching. And he's like, every student I meet, I know I've made a change or a difference in their lives. So that maybe someday some of my students won't make the same mistake that these people did. And say, what about you, kiddo? And we get flashes in between of like Batman handling things as an adult, but recalling this conversation he had with his father. This was a great setup in the exposition because the next scene we see is flames all around, and we see Absolute Batman burning down this white supremacist group with bodies on the ground beneath him. And he poses the question, what will you do? And Absolute Batman totally breaks Batman rules of no killing. He does not care. We now jump to before the incident happened, and we see like these group of people huddled around in some kind of refugee camp, and we see a priest like helping people and giving them food. And then this truck drives up, and someone says he's finally made it. We then have Bruce Wayne in disguise, who talks about how his drive was long from Gotham. And he said, oh, you come a long way from you, Hunt City boy. And he said, I got everything that you requested. Explosive, modified rubber bullets, bean bags, the works. And he's like, non-lethal, right? Like, less lethal. Like, okay, that should work. He said, I should know better to ask, but like, what is this for? The guy said, I got my needs. He's like, all right, that's fine. Thanks for the money. It's like that large project at the edge of town. What's going on there? Like some company man who has a lot of money and promises. Like, it's been 3 months of construction and then they just up and left. He's like, just like that? Like, yeah, it's none of my business. You drove, you saw too. Like, but where are the people from? He's like, I don't know. You came looking for something better. You won't find it here. And say, okay, we weren't doing anything. Stop. And you hear a commotion going on outside. And then Bruce goes to kind of see what it is. And the guy's telling him, leave it alone. It's none of your business. As Bruce rushes outside, he sees 3 people dressed up in pig masks asking, like, what are you doing here? And the lady speaking in Spanish, like, please leave us alone. Like, you are strangers here. You need to mind your business. Like, you're the ones who don't belong here. And, like, it's time to grow up. And then one of the guys says, get ready for a beating. And you know, no matter Batman, no matter where he is, he cannot stand for injustice. And he, pow, punches one of the guys dead in the face. And one man says, bro, you just made a big mistake. And he's like, we'll see. So you know he's ready to go. We then see the buyer sneak up and bam, hits Bruce Wayne in the back of the head with a wrench. And like, you should have left it alone, city boy. And then we see their leader named DJ. He was like, what's going on? Like, this out-of-towner is here with a hero complex. Like, oh, really? So then DJ kicks him in the stomach. And then he says, well, chin up, boy. You know, tonight's your lucky night. You get to see what happens when people turn their backs on us. You know, this city has embraced the swill. And all that changes now, like starting with you. And you notice DJ has this tattoo on his neck. Once again, this is this white supremacist group that he is in charge of. The priest who was at this camp throws his body over Bruce so they can stop stomping him. He's just saying, stop. And one of the people was saying, Father, get out of here. He was like, Jeffrey, like I've known you and I know this couldn't be you. Like, what are you doing? Stop this. And he takes off his mask, like, leave those two alone. Like, this belongs to me. Let's do what we came here to do. And all the boys ride off. So they like, we got bigger problems to worry about than this one outsider from Gotham who's trying to be a hero. Some time has passed and Bruce wakes up in the care of the priest. And he tells him, I hope you don't mind, I brought you here. The hospital was like an hour away. And he's like, they really did a good job on you. I mean, us. And he's like, it won't happen again. And the priest is like, okay. And he looks at a picture in the corner, like, is that you? Like, yeah, that was me a long time ago. I made friends during that time. And he's out walking in a protest. And all of us are chasing peace. It's just a never-ending journey is what it seems like. Like, we're always fighting for this. Bruce then questions the priest about the tattoo that was on the leader's arm, DJ. And he said 6 months ago, this group came in recruiting people, and they kind of filled in the hearts and the holes in the boy's heart and kind of like started giving people a dark place to go to. And he said that something is happening tonight. What's going on with that? And the priest tells him that the encampment that the people were from, they're planning to run people out of town by any means necessary. He's like, you should stay here. He's like, no, I'm good. And the priest says, they torched your car. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what are you going to do? And he says something where peace isn't an option. It is time for Batman to put on the suit and be himself. And you know Bruce is pissed, so he's going all in. I love the first quote of this scene. It says, sometimes words don't work. So the groups are meeting up. They're deciding on what to do. DJ is brandishing a wire engraved bat, kind of like the one Negan used in The Walking Dead. Like, it's good to have you brothers here. We see the police arrive. At first it looks like they're going to stop them, but some of them are joining in. He's like, all right, boys, let's clean up this town. We now see the people in the encampment turning to see them being attacked by DJ and his band of just supremacist group coming in. He's like, do you see me? You see me now? Like, I'm the truth. I'm the power. I'm pure power. And then he throws his hand out, getting ready to yell that phrase. He's getting ready to say, white pep, and it's cut off. But then the next scene, I could not believe. We get this beautiful splash page scene where Absolute Batman grabs DJ mid-sentence and breaks his arm. You can see the bone pushing through the elbow, and you can see the pain on his face. The artist did an amazing job here, and you see that how even on Batman's face, like his disgust of this supremacist group. This is where it gets no better, people. The artwork and the writing just go hand in hand beautifully. We now get Batman Unleashed. While DJ is reeling from his arm being broken, another person yells, get him, and we see a boot go to my man's face. Then he says, shoot this, and this is a police officer. He jumps on Batman's neck. Batman flips him and suplexes him down, probably breaking his neck in the process. Like I said, this particular Batman has absolute no problem with killing, which kind of makes it more of the absolute universe. We then see someone threaten a boy holding a gun to his head. It's actually the dealer that Batman had made the original purchase for with the non-lethal weapons. And some of the people are scared and run away. And the man says, I'll do it, I'll do him in. Batman then takes out 3 batarangs and throws them at the guy holding the gun. He gets 2 to the eye, 1 to the nose, then follows it up with a super knee to the face. And he is out. And the boy is on the ground shaking and then looks back at Batman and runs away. For a brief moment, Batman kind of looks back and like, man, should I have done it in front of the child? And I love this artwork here. Like, Daniel Warren Johnson did such an excellent job. And it reminds me, this greenness, this bulkiness, reminds me of another artist that I love named Sam Keith, who drew and wrote a series called The Max for Dark Horse. Check it out. They even had a book together in one point where Batman met the Max from that series. It's a great one. I'm going to drop a link below in the comments, so make sure you check it out if you're interested in Batman meeting the Max. We then get this gorgeous scene where DJ is reaching for a gun and telling Batman to get away, and every step that he draws closer, DJ tries to shoot, but he's missing because he's injured, and Batman plummets him in the face, and because of the rain and thunder, he hits him over and over and over again, and it's in sync with the sounds of the thunder. As Batman is about to bludgeon this guy to death, we see the priest throw himself over DJ and yell, stop. And Batman's like, what are you doing? He's like, this won't fix it. It won't. Like, I don't know how to make it better. I only know how to make it worse. Like, please, this just isn't the way. And he's like recalling and thinking about that conversation he had with his father. But just like how the priest saved him, he is saving this guy. Batman replies by saying, this is my way. We see the rage and the anger, like these people won't stop, jail won't work. So what else is there left but to just take them out? And we just see all that frustration mounted up in Batman in this particular moment. We next see one of the boys that escaped the fight go back to the white supremacist headquarters and let everyone know that DJ is injured. Like, what are you talking about? Like, this person came out of nowhere, and we see Batman grab a set of keys. And one of the guys like, tell us what happened from the start. Say, somebody came at us, man, and somebody huge, and then the thunder cracks. We then see Batman standing in front of this huge construction vehicle, which he just got the keys for. And we all know what he's planning. He is about to take the fight to the source. It is about to get even crazier. One of the guys then yells out, like, why didn't you grab more guns? Like, what about Earl's place? Like, we just came from there. Everything's gone, because Batman made sure to burn that place down before he came to seek out these guys. And we see him coming straight up to them. And one of them just like, oh my God, get back, get back. We get another splash page shot of Batman ramming through the headquarters of these white supremacists. So he is running over people through the house, everything, but he just does not care. He's like, they must be stopped at any cost. Batman then kicks open the door, jumps out of the vehicle, and this absolute Batman, the big fat bat symbol on his chest, is not just there as a distraction. It's actually an axe. He takes it off and swings and just starts chopping people. And he's telling people to get back, get back, get back. And he throws the axe and just kills someone. He was like, no, you all are roaches. Absolute Batman then drops one of the dopest lines in the comic thus far. He's like, only one way to deal with roaches. And basically he's like exterminating them. He pulls out a flamethrower, people, and then persists to burn them away. Just going all out, killing. Like I said, this book is just totally different because I've never seen Batman take it to this level before. For years, comics have always tackled tough issues to kind of like give us a window into like some societal things that can be happening. And this reminds me of another time when Marvel actually did the same thing in a Black Panther book. And they were like, people that worked on Black Panther were told to put more white people in the book. And they were like, okay, here's what we're going to do. And they had Black Panther actually fight the Ku Klux Klan. And so like, you wanted more white people in the book, but here it is for you. And I was just like, this book is so similar to the issues that are going on. Both are dealing with supremacist groups that want to take over and like kind of exert their dominance over everyone else. Now, I've never actually read this issue because it is hard to find now and it's actually a collector's item, but Marvel did something a few years ago where they actually did a homage to that cover, and it was in the New Avengers number 12 where Black Panther is seen again fighting the Klan, except this was just a variant cover and the issue wasn't about this. But I do have that one, and I knew I'd keep that in a special place for if the artist ever comes to a comic convention. I definitely want him to sign my copy. Back to our story, we are now dealing with the aftermath of what Batman has just done, and we see the priest coming to the aid of the white supremacists with a first aid bag, and it's like, one of the guys saying, it hurts, like I know, stay still. He was like, why? Like, you have your way, I have mine. Once again, we have Batman recalling lessons from his father as he walks away, and he said, you did a lot of cool stuff when you were younger, Dad. He was like, I don't know about that. You made a difference. You did something. Like, I'm going to do that when I grow up. And he said, I'm going to be just like you. And this gives Bruce some pause. Like, I want to be like my dad. I want to make changes. But are the changes he's making right? We now get one of the most revealing parts of this issue. That picture that Bruce saw was actually the person standing next to the priest was his father back in the day. Like, I just got to figure out how. He was like, oh, that was me before the mustache. We barely knew what we were doing back then. But I guess I barely know what I'm doing now. For Bruce, I know your nature. He tells him, I know you are who you are deep down. You have a strong and compassionate heart. You have all you will have to do is just be yourself. And while Batman is recalling this, he's looking at his hands and seeing the blood stains that he's made. He said, no matter what you do, his father tells him, I'll always be proud of you. And then we see Batman hunched over because he's not proud of himself now. And he's thinking like, will my father be proud of me after what I've done right now here today? So there you have it, people. That is Absolute Batman Annual number 1. Once again, I love this issue. It was totally different. He breaks his no killing rule. Tell me what you think. If you liked the video, drop a comment below. If I made it make sense, hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.
I'm your host Joseph. Fiction Ink Flow. I'm your host Joseph. Fiction Ink Flow. I'm your host Joseph. Fiction Ink Flow.
If you don't have it, you are truly missing out.
What's up? I'm your host Joseph. Fiction Ink Flow. I'm your host Joseph. Fiction Ink Flow. I'm your host Joseph. Fiction Ink Flow.
If you don't have it, you are truly missing out.
What's up? We are talking about Fiction Ink Flow. What's up?
If you don't have it, you are truly missing
Fiction
out.
Ink Flow. What's up? We are talking about Fiction Ink Flow. What's up?